What's going on, everybody? It's your boy DNS all day. I'm finna review WWE Raw, and this was on March 28th, 2022. What a show, man. This show is actually pretty good. Now, this was the WrestleMania Raw, basically. So it was basically like a lot of mixture going on. A lot of people from SmackDown coming on Raw. So it makes me think about, like, they probably gonna do the same thing with SmackDown coming up soon. But the headline, though, was Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar give the final word before the biggest WrestleMania match of all time. So yeah, this was actually, I'm just gonna start off saying it now. This is actually a pretty good Raw. It's been kind of whack lately, but this one was good. And now this part I missed, man, because I had to do some stuff like during the very beginning of the episode, so I kind of missed this part. Brock Lesnar addressed the biggest WrestleMania match of all time against Roman Reigns. So what did he say? He said an extremely jovial move. WWE Champion Brock Lesnar kicked off WrestleMania Raw. Despite his colorful stories, the Beast made it clear that he couldn't wait to get his hands on Universal Champion Roman Reigns, and that he would stand over the fallen head of the table as undisputed champion at the end of the biggest WrestleMania match of all time. So, okay, more shots fired. They've been hyping this. It's crazy how long it's been going, but they are keeping it up. I'll put it like that. Then we had Rey Mysterio defeat The Miz. So I don't know how Dominic got involved in this. This must have been like payback for when he took Rey's mask off. Let me see. So the Logan Paul was there too. When Logan Paul was introduced by The Miz as the greatest luchador, Lucha Logan. Oh my goodness. So he had the mask on. And he wore Rey Mysterio's stolen mask to the ring. The Master of the 619 and his son both took it extremely personally. Although Dominic got himself ejected before the bell for attacking his adversaries, Rey triumphed over the A-lister with a quick pin out of nowhere. In the aftermath, Dominic emerged from behind and threw Paul into the ring. Although the internet sensation escaped a double 619 from father and son, Rey was able to reclaim his stolen mask. The Mysterios then hit Miz with the double 619 and the double splash from the top rope. So damn, they did all of that. So Miz got jacked up. They got their revenge, I see. Okay, then we had Omos defeats the Viking Raiders by countout, and Bobby Lashley returned to knock Omos off his feet. I wonder why they don't got no picture to this, but this has been something with Omos, man, because they have been booking Omos extremely strong. Like, like they said, like, has this dude ever even been knocked off his feet till that night? So it's been kind of interesting. At first, I thought Omos was kind of boring and just a thrown in, but them separating him and making him his own person, and then booking him very strongly like that, it's been pretty interesting. And then they put him against Commander Aziz, and it's like, who's gonna come at him? So apparently he beat the Viking Raiders probably quickly by count out. But then Bobby Lashley came out, which was wild, because we haven't seen him since the Elimination Chamber, right? We haven't even seen him since. And then he came, and then he was coming at Omos, and Omos was throwing him back in the corner. Then he started hulking up, and then he just ran at him and knocked him down, man. So it was crazy. I'm actually interested in Omos going against Bobby Lashley, because yeah, Lashley ain't as tall as him, but he's still a pretty big swole dude, you know what I'm saying? So it should be a good, interesting match, man. Something to look forward to. Then we got Roman Reigns indicated that defeating Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania has always been personal. So yeah, this was just a crazy Raw, because you don't really see Roman on Raw. Then he comes out, they all got this red on instead of the black. Now it's all red for Raw. He came out, shoots his promos like he always do. It was some parts that was really funny. I'm serious. Like when he was telling, because the crowd kept saying what, they're like, what, and then he was like, if you guys don't stop saying what, I'll come and smash all of you goons. I started dying laughing when he said that. It's just really getting hilarious now at this point when Roman starts shooting these promos, man. It's pretty funny. And I don't think Brock showed up at this point, right? He showed up in the beginning, but he ain't show up here. I thought he was, because it's like, Now he's on your show, you know what I'm saying? It's like he trying to take your show over. This is why I didn't really like Brock getting the title, because like I said, it kind of hurt the Raw show, because you're chasing Roman around, but it's like you don't care about nothing that's really happening with the Raw brand. And that could be building up, you know, but it is what it is. We already see what they're trying to do. Oh yeah, this was an interesting match. Then we had a 8-woman tag team match. Right, we had, man, but Rhea Ripley, it was basically faces versus heels. So Rhea Ripley, Liv Morgan, Sasha Banks, and Naomi won against Shayna. Who else? I think it was it Zelina, right? Carmella, you know, the heels. But this was still an interesting match. You know, a 4-on-4 tag team match. Hell yeah. This was definitely something to watch, and something worth watching, you know, especially with all the little extra little excitements of the night, because this was a pretty exciting night, but they pick up the victory though. Then we had Kevin Owens claim that Stone Cold Steve Austin's greatness is a thing of the past. So yeah, KO shoots a promo and he's still taking shots at Stone Cold. I know it's already crazy because he already came out looking like him, and then now you're just steady taking shots. You're trying to do everything he's doing. So this is a pretty wild build up to this, and I am going to be very interested to see what in the world Stone Cold says and does. So we'll be looking forward to that. Oh yeah, it was some other promos. I need to start doing the promos too, like the Seth Rollins going and asking Vince McMahon for his chance, and Vince McMahon saying he has a mystery opponent who more than likely is Cody Rhodes, because I was looking for that tonight too. Like, is he gonna show up tonight? Right, then you got Reggie over here proposing to Dana Brooke, and then Akira Tozawa and them do the same thing. It's just, and R-Truth makes a reappearance stalking in the background. Then you had a match between Austin Theory and Ricochet, and let's not forget, Ricochet is still the Intercontinental Champion, and he lost pretty quickly. And this is pretty quick. I mean, I love Ricochet, man. I kind of like Austin Theory too, but man, they haven't been really booking him so strong ever since he been the IC champion. I mean, man, he lost his last match. Now you lost to Austin Theory clean, which is gonna make Austin Theory continue to look strong in his upcoming match. That was wild though. I didn't expect that to happen so quickly. Now this was a really crazy part too. Bianca Belair cut off Becky Lynch's hair. So you know Bianca been gone for a couple weeks. You know, because they said she had suffered an injury too. Oh, what a coincidence. Anyway, so she comes back. She shoots her promo. You know, she talking a mess and stuff. And then Becky comes out of nowhere, attacks Bianca, lays her out, and then she goes and picks up the scissors, some big scissors too. You see them scissors. Them scissors are huge. And she was like, "Oh, I'm coming for you, Bianca. I told you, I'm coming for you, Bianca." And then she grabbed the hair and she was finna cut it off. I was like, "Oh my God," because I was looking. I'm like, "Man, she really finna do this?" And then out of the blue, Bianca gets up and KODs her. I'm like, "Damn, man, that shit was crazy." Just got up and KO'd her, and then picked her up again and KO'd her again. So it was like, wow, like, okay, she actually getting something off on Becky. Now she getting her revenge for getting slammed through the chair like that. But then what make it even crazier, you think it would have been over after that, but no, she picks up the scissor and she gets to cutting Becky's hair, which was shocking. She cut it like 3 times. Yeah, she cut like 3 times. And then eventually they had to come in there and drag her off of her. That was a very, very crazy scene right there. And then afterwards, yeah, then Becky shot a promo where she was like really, really mad, really angry. So they whole little WrestleMania match is definitely coming with some heat attached to it. Then we had Drew McIntyre defeat Happy Corbin and Madcap Moss. So it was supposed to be a 2-on-1. And basically, Happy had ended up leaving. Like, he just left, man, which was crazy. He just dipped on Madcap, man. I don't know. That new Snickers commercial they got is pretty funny, too. But, yeah, and then Drew just ended up winning the match all easy. So they just trying to hold that back because, you know, that's gonna be their match at WrestleMania. So even though it was kind of ridiculous that he backed off and he lost, but the crazy part was Happy came right back and they got the jumping on Drew. Like, I thought he was gone, and then he came right back, and they just got the jumping him, man, and assaulting him. That stuff was wild. Like, the ending of that was really kind of crazy, even though he won the match on some quick stuff. Right, immediately after the bell, however, Corbin attacked the Scottish warrior from behind, hit in the days, and stole his sword. Right, and stole his sword too. So yeah, Drew doesn't have his sword no more. Then we had RK Bro defeat the Usos by disqualification. So you know they got this whole tag team, man. This WrestleMania, I'm telling you, it's gonna be lit because there's a lot of questions about who may win, and I really do feel there's gonna be some title changes. If not, I'll be shocked, but I really do think it'll be at least maybe a couple, and maybe even with the Raw belts, because this is kind of crazy what's going on. But RK Bro wins, then the Street Profits comes in the tags, and they just mixing it all up. The Usos was out there, Alpha Academy. Yeah, they ended up getting the Street Profits at the end, though, as you can see. It took a RKO. He took like 2 RKOs. But, yeah, man, a very wild match with a very wild ending, man. And that was the main event, too. So, if I had to rate this show, I would give it, honestly, this was pretty good. I would give it a 4 out of 5, honestly. This episode was not bad, and probably because it was the WrestleMania episode, so they had more to work with. And then having 3 hours and being able to use more of your stars, that was actually pretty cool. I'll be looking forward to SmackDown, because even though it's only 2 hours, they probably going to still try to do what they can within that time, because they know we only got a few days left. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Please hit that like button, comment, and subscribe if you haven't. And I'll see you guys later with the SmackDown review and the WrestleMania stuff. Peace.